And hello, this is Mike Lodge. I am the business advisor. A little bit of Christmas music to start the morning. I tell you, it's cold this morning, but I'm happy that it's cold because I love the cold weather. And I love the ability to get up and you get this fresh air into your lungs and everything. And you say, okay, I can do a lot today because I've got this energy mode going on. Well, I did another testing of COVID. And I'm negative. I'm okay. I just have this stupid voice that keeps lingering on, this congestion, and the tickle in my chest. And it's not a good feeling, but it's there, and I've got to live with it. And we'll continue doing our podcast here. And every once in a while, I'm going to have to stop, and I'm going to have to mute you. And this is what it's going to sound like. Ready? That's mute, okay? So if you hear a little bit of silence, it's because the cough has attacked me again. And you never know when it's going to happen. It just happens. Listen, I was looking at a news report today from Citibank, which I bank with, so I get these notices. And they put a notice out today that said the U.S. will likely tumble into a recession next year that sees unemployment top 5% according to a new report from Citi Global Wealth Investments. The group said in its latest outlook report published this week that the economy could lose an estimated 2 million jobs in 2023 as the jobless rate climbs to 5.25%. Now, here's the problem with that. It's going to be far more than 2 million. It'll probably be more like 5 to 6 million is what it's going to be like. We have already seen huge amounts of layoffs just here in 2022. So we're going to see more. And these are going to be situations where the company just is not surviving. You look at retail. Retail is not doing very well. Don't listen to all of these reports out there that say that the economy is great. Nah. It's a bunch of caca, a bunch of lies. If you go to this shopping mall, you're going to see that people are not shopping. They're looking. The parking lots are empty, pretty much. I mean, they're not filled up like they used to be. Excuse me. See, there it goes. I forgot to push the mute. But it's happening. And the issue that many retailers are facing is that they're having to shut down some of their locations. If you look at Walmart, they're shutting down stores. That lays people off. If you look at a lot of these Best Buys and companies like that, they're just not selling it like they used to because no one has the ability to purchase items anymore. They are making a decision, and I'm making that same decision. I wanted to go out and buy a vlogging camera so that I could do vlogs here in the office and travel, but I can't do it. I just can't do it. It's too expensive. I'm looking at spending $300. I'm thinking, you know what? For $300 for 7 weeks, I could buy food with that. I could pay my electricity bill with that. I could put gas in my car. So my thought process, as with every other American out there, is, okay, how am I spending my money? How am I using my money? If you look at Disney announced today, or yesterday, that they were going to raise their rates again to $200 a ticket. Disney World. Now, I can't afford $200 for one single day. For $200, I can put a lot of food in my refrigerator. Put some food in storage. I mean, I can do a whole bunch of different things with $200 besides see Mickey Mouse. So Americans have to, and they are, taking a second look at exactly how they are spending their money. And we face that every single day. When I go into the store, I'm looking at, okay, what can I purchase that will last a long time? Lentils. Lentils last a long time. Lima bean soup lasts a long time. So I'm looking at all rice. Rice is another one. I can use rice. I can fry it. I can just boil it and have white rice or brown rice. I can do a lot of things with rice. I can mix it in. I can put stuff on top of rice. I can do a lot of things. So I'm looking at all of these purchases that I'm making and how I'm using and spending my money to the best benefit for me to save money. And I know that all of you are out there doing the exact same thing, because that's what we have to think about. We no longer are thinking, well, how can I spend $200 by going to Disneyland? Unfortunately, if you've got 4 in the family, that's a bundle of money. No way am I going to Disney World. No, just not going there. But I am going to spend that $200 on food, electricity, on gas, water, everything. I am so lucky that I moved from Florida, because Florida, they had raised my rent there from $1,800 a month to $3,400 a month. That's a big raise. My utility costs there were $400 a month for my electric, and then $400 for my water. I moved here to South Carolina. I have a big, beautiful home at $1,800 a month. My water bill is about $51 a month. Not that bad. My electric bill for this last month of November was $110. That's when I started using my heaters and everything else. But I'm using it off and on because this house stays rather warm. But at nighttime it gets cold because we get down to the 20s and 30s, and you need a little bit of heat. But if I had not moved, I would have been spending an exorbitant amount just to be able to survive in Florida. Florida wasn't that way before. Florida used to be this place where you could move very, very cheaply. But then all of a sudden, pandemic came along. People from New York started flowing in at about 900 people a day. So prices went up. Apartments went up in price. Home prices went up in price. Food prices went up in price. Everything went up. Moving to South Carolina, I'm very happy. By the way, last week I was paying $2.99 for gas. This week I'm paying $2.89 per gallon. It's a tremendous jump from $4 to from $5 to $4 down to now $2.89. Now, if we can get to where it was when I first moved here, when it was like $1.75, $1.74, something like that. It's been so long ago, I can't remember now. But the prices are coming down. But it's not a full-time price. This is because we are taking so much fuel out of our national reserves that we are depleting the national reserves. We've gone down over 40% in our reserves. We've depleted it. We've sold it off. We've used it for fuel here in the United States. We have done a whole bunch of things that we should not have done with it. We should never have done that. So we have an artificial deflation on gasoline at the moment. It's going to go back up. In fact, we will start seeing it go back up probably the first quarter of 2023. Can't keep pulling gas out of our oil reserves. Just can't do it. Can't keep going on in that situation. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention to you, and you guys have all got to know this, as of today, we're only 3 weeks away until it's 2023. Which means that we have only 3 weeks to do our planning, setting up our budgets, looking at how we're going to spend our cash flow in 2023. 2022 is just about done. 3 more weeks and we're done with it. This week that you're in right now for your payroll, that's just the final week of 2022. It's the final week of 2022 on payroll. So think about this. If you are a family, if you are an individual, and if you have not sat down and you have not started to put your budget together for 2023 so that you're in control of your finances, you need to do it now. You need to start doing it now. If you go to my website at www.lodge.co.com and hit on 60-minute business advice, there's a tab up there. If you click on that, there is a budget there on Excel that you guys can use. And it's laid out month by month by month by month. And then you put in your actuals, which you are spending against your budget. So you know how well you're doing. It's there. It's there for free. No questions asked. Just download it and use it and get your budgets together. Get your life together. Get your money together. Protect your money by setting up your budget. Now, the other thing is, and I hope that you guys have done this, you've only have this 3 weeks to do it, and that is to call your tax advisor. Call your tax accountant today. Ask them, what are the new rules and changes that are going to affect my business, and what can I do right now to help me tax-wise? A lot of you are going to be shocked by your 2022 tax refund because it's not going to be that much. The tax laws have changed. Things have been moved around. Rates have been readjusted by our great U.S. Congress because they're so wonderful about destroying our financial lives. But you need to sit down with your tax practitioner and ask the questions. What is going on for 2022? And is there anything I can do right now to help my situation, my tax situation? I'm just telling you right now, expect lower tax refunds for 2022. Not very good news, but that's why I want you to talk to your tax advisor. Do it now. You know, we tax guys, we go to schools every single year to renew our licenses, to get updated in the tax reforms that have been taking place behind our backs in Congress. So we have the information there for you. We just need to look at where you stand today on your W-2 wages so that we can better advise you on what to do. And also if you've got rentals, if you've got Bitcoin exchanges, if you've got all this stuff going on, your tax advisor can sit down and advise you. Listen, if you want more access to me, go to www.lodge.co.com. Again, that's lodge.co.com. I hope to see you there. There's a lot of information there. All my blogs are there. All my podcasts are there. Everything is there. And everything that I do for people is there. Everybody go out and have a great day. Today, we're going to listen to some Christmas jazz. Let's do it.